targeted. That's the latest. So what do you make of that? Anyway, there was more bad news, though, for millions of households today, as the Bank of England increased the interest rate for the 11th time in a row. The rate had been expected to remain at around 4%. But after today's unexpected rise in inflation, 7 out of 9 members of the bank's Monetary Policy Committee voted in favour of hiking the interest rate by 0.25%. Now, I am joined by Roger Gewolb, who is a former advisor to the Bank of England and the Treasury. Look, Roger, thank you very much. Is the Bank of England wrong to do this?
Totally.
Why?
Totally wrong. Bailey's boosts are beggaring Britain, frankly. It's insane. We are now on our 11th interest rate rise, up to 4.25%, as you say, in a little over a year. It's the highest interest rate in 14 years. And all of this is against the advice of more experts than there are pounds in Rishi Rich's tax bill. They're actually driving the country further into a hole and fueling the banking crisis. In America, the interest rate rises there actually caused the banking crisis. For example, Silicon Valley Bank raised its interest rates and attracted huge numbers of deposits and did all other sorts of things that it did, which caused its crash, which it wouldn't have done if it hadn't had constantly rising interest rates. And it's a left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing situation, Patrick, in the sense that doesn't Mr. Bailey, the blundering Andrew Bailey, as the Mail called him, doesn't he and his colleagues take cognizance of the fact that Rishi Rich and Haughty have just raised corporation tax by 1/3, and all of that pretty much is going to be passed on to consumers? It's just absolutely beyond the pale.
Yeah, Roger, there will be loads of people shouting at their TV screens now or shouting at their radio sets going, yes, go on, Roger, I agree with you. Because for the average person on the street, if they're looking to get on the property ladder now, they'll look at these interest rates and they'll think, well, it was already so expensive, I can't afford this. Then they might decide to go into their local shop and their local supermarket and they'll think, goodness me, the price of that has gone up, that's gone through the roof. And then they'll think, all right, well, maybe I'll start my own business. Oh, well, it can't because the corporation tax is absolutely staggering as well. And then the energy bills, etc., etc., etc. And you think, hang on a minute, Roger, what's really going on here? Does the Bank of England really know what's happening with ordinary people out there? What should they be doing differently?
They should never have started raising interest rates, Patrick. We have what's called cost-push inflation. That is non-consumer-driven inflation. You don't fight cost-push inflation by raising interest rates. It's basic economics. In America, the situation's rather different. They've got some serious demand-pull inflation. They've got $1.7 trillion of money in mattresses from the pandemic that's been saved up that's now being spent with alacrity. They're going crazy. They've got to damp that down. And hey, guess what? It works. U.S. inflation is down to 5.3%. But here, these 11 rate rises have done nothing whatsoever to protect us against inflation. It keeps going up because cost-push inflation runs itself out. You can't control it with interest rates. Mr. Bailey says, oh, yeah, but I'm also protecting the dollar. Well, hey, how's that working out for you? That's really a great job. We're still at 120-something instead of the 150 where we've always been. You can't stop people spending money on food and energy. We got to eat. We've got to keep warm.
Yeah, look, Roger, thank you very much. I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. I hope to get you back on very soon. It's Roger Gewolb there, who's a former advisor to the Bank of England and the Treasury. Many people may be wishing he still was, actually. That was great stuff. Right, OK, what else have I got for you? Oh, yes, this.